Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to six, and the general manager of Dan Cummins Chevrolet Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealer in the United States of America. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. Today is Friday. That's right. It's Friday, October 19th, 2018. The first and the last time that it will ever be Friday, October 19th, 2018. So we got to make sure we're making the absolute most of this incredible day that we have ahead, don't we? We have got to just take full advantage of this incredible day. I got to tell you guys, man, I haven't been on the last 2 days. I've had some incredible guest hosts here on Hashtag Rise and Grind, and I have missed you guys so stinking much. I can't even explain it, man. I can't even explain it. I am so thankful to be back on the show. You guys are incredible. I missed all of my peeps. I missed you, and I missed you. I missed all y'all up in here. So I'm incredible. I'm just so thankful to be back. Now, don't get me wrong. My man Brian Benstock laid it down, right? I absolutely loved watching Brian Benstock on the show the other morning. He talked about, the diamonds being beneath us, the diamonds being at our feet, and how we need to just dig. We just got to dig right then and there to find the diamonds, to find the value. All of that stuff's right there at our feet, right? He also talked about being the right type of friend, right? Brian Benstock told the story on the Rise and Grind. He told the story of how I reached out to him kind of last minute, and I asked him to do something for me because I needed him. I needed him to do the show because I was on the West Coast, and 2:30 a.m. is just an impossible time to do a show. It's just impossible. Like, you have to decide whether you're going to stay up till 2:30 or try to go to bed at 8. It just doesn't work. So Benstock came through in the clutch and delivered a powerful show, and I'm so thankful that he did that. And then Shaka came on the next day and did a show for me yesterday morning. Shaka Dyson, he's straight brings absolute fire, right? He taught us that, we need to give ourselves permission to win, right? We have to give ourselves permission to win. And so he talked about that. He brought his energy. He brought his passion. Like, this dude, Shaka Dyson, he's the real underdog. He comes from a crazy, crazy story, a crazy, crazy upbringing, but yet he's been able to do phenomenal things in his life. And so I'm glad that they were on the show. I'm glad that those two guys were able to feed and pour into you guys while I was going through all of my stuff. Because I don't know, you may probably, most likely, most of you know kind of that I've been going through a transition period in my life right now. I guess we could call it that, right? I guess we could call it that, because I'll tell you, man, it has been an honor. I'll tell you, man, it has been an absolute honor to experience everything that's happened in the last few days of my life, man. It has been an absolute honor. Like, the last couple days, especially, the last couple days, all of the outpouring of love that you guys have given me, man, just an absolute outpouring of love. It's unbelievable, like, to be showered by such grace and such love. It was just godly, man. It was just, it's just crazy. And like, all of the messages, I literally have like 1,000 messages. I have 1,000 messages, everything from voicemails that I need to get to private messages I got to get to text messages. And I'm going to tell you, I will get back to every single one of those messages. If I haven't got back to your message yet, I apologize. It's just been crazy the last couple days watching what God is doing through my people and what he's doing in my life. It's just been insane, right? It's just been insane. So the last few days have been just an incredible experience, just an absolute incredible experience. And I'm gonna tell you kind of some of the things that I've learned through this experience, right? We're gonna dive into all that. But before we do, you guys know what we got to do. We haven't been able to do this in a while, so let's break out my favorite music. Uh-oh. Y'all feel that? Y'all feel that? It's time to dance. There we go. We got the music back. We're back on hashtag Rise and Grind. I love it. For those of you that have never seen the show, and for those of you that have, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, we can make an impact on this planet. And sometimes by just hitting that share button, you can change the way someone starts their day. Also, this is the part of the show, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching live, I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you, because you guys matter to me, and I hope I matter to you. Good morning, Janelle Griego. Good morning, Josh Negron. What's up, Ryan Smith? Boo, let's go. Let's feel that. Y'all feel that? Get your coffees. Get situated. We're about to bring the fire. Good morning, Christopher Campbell. Good morning, Keith McKenzie. Good morning, Ann Gilbert and Ryan Smith. What's up, Clinton Baker? We got my man, Josh. Ray Hatch is up in here, and Chris Yancey. What's up, Michael Jasper? Jeffrey Lee Parton. Bambi's in here. Good morning, Don Sankey. Always good to see you. My man, Scott Simons. Pam. Hi, Pam. I got to send you a message back, Pam. Hi, Vicky. I'm glad to be back, too. Good morning, Amanda. Charlie McHale. Liza Myers. Borges is up in here. Gail B. Craft. Touching Ulstrich. Sorry, Tustin. See, I haven't been talking on the show. When you don't practice all the time, you get all tongue-tied. Good morning, Tustin. Great to see you. Tony Lake's up in here. Everybody's up in here. Are you guys ready? All right, let's do this. We're back, baby. I feel it. Hold up. There it is. Okay. All right. Is Bill Hab up in here? I'm going to call out Bill Hab. He said he was going to be on here every day. I want to make sure. I don't think I see him yet. I'm going to hold him accountable. Wow, what a whirlwind. What a whirlwind my life has been over the last few days. I mean, think about it. It's crazy. Like 2 Mondays ago, I spoke for the first time ever on like a big stage at the Hustle and Grind Con, right? That was 2 Mondays ago. I spoke at Hustle and Grind Con. Just before that, we had put up a big weekend at Dan Cummins Chevrolet and Buick in Paris, Kentucky, right? So then that like Monday, I'm speaking at Hustle and Grind Con, shaking hands with Eric Thomas, spending just a great time with my man, Josh Cummins. We had a great experience together out there and spending time in community with a whole bunch of people. Okay, so that was like last Monday. And then on Friday, I was at Southland Christian Church, where I was at the men's Christian conference, right? They had a men's Christian conference and talked about what it looked like to be a godly man, and how to be fierce, and how to be fighters, and how to be hard workers, and just really what it looked like to be a godly man. And so that was on Friday, and then Monday I was ready to go, back to work. This just a few days ago, just this past Monday, I was ready to go back to work and ready to kind of get back at it. And then that like kind of like I came on the show and I announced we were going to feed 100 families. Remember, I came on the show Monday morning. I said we're going to feed 100 families, which if you haven't signed up for that yet, if you haven't committed yet to feed a family this holiday season in your area, please go to GlennLundy.com and do that, because I want to feed 100 families, man. I want to feed 100 families. And we can do that if we take Rise and Grind, our online community. If we take it offline, we can really make an impact on this planet. So please go to GlennLundy.com and sign up if you haven't done that. But I announced Monday morning we're going to feed 100 families, right? And then I kind of went to work, and there was some discussions, and unexpectedly, I ended up leaving. I ended up leaving Dan Cummins, and here it is. Like, I'm trying to feed 100 families, and now it's like, well, how are we going to feed this family? Right? Kind of crazy. And my wife's like 9 months pregnant in the middle of all this, and she's like, okay, all right, so here's what we got to do. And then all of a sudden I'm like, well, I got to go, and I got to network, and I got to be around people, because I got to allow God to create opportunities, right? And that's one thing I want to make sure all of you guys know this morning. If you want God to create miracles in your life, if you want God to put opportunities, if you want big, crazy things to happen in your life, you have to put yourself in positions where opportunity can happen. You hear me? You have to put yourself in positions. You can't stay on the couch. You can't quit. You can't be playing Fortnite all night long. Like, you've got to, when life comes at you and things change, you can't sit and mope around. You got to take action and put yourself in a position where opportunities can happen, right? So I'm like, well, I got to put myself into opportunities where I can at least shake some hands, make some networks. So I know there's a bunch of people out at Digital Dealer. So I buy a plane ticket, and that day I fly out. I go to digital dealer just to shake some hands and so on and so forth. Then I post a video, right? I post a video letting everybody know what happened because it's kind of getting crazy and people are asking a lot of questions. So we got to explain what exactly happened. I post the video pops off. There's like 500 people watching the video live, which is crazy, right? So the video pops off and I start getting a million messages. I'm getting amazing phone calls from just amazing people from all over. Like Lisa Copeland's calling me and Scott Simons is calling me. I'm talking to Eric Thomas. I'm getting all these phone calls. It's crazy. And then my man Josh Cummins, of course, he speaks up and he's the classiest son of a gun on the planet, right? So he speaks up and he shares, how he feels about the whole thing. And of course, that's like tears. I'm in tears. I'm crying. People are reaching out to me. They're crying. We're all sharing videos together. We're all crying. We're like all going through this whole thing, man, this whole thing. And then I get home yesterday. I buy a plane ticket yesterday to come back. And I get home at 2:15 this morning, just a couple hours ago. And I go to sleep for 2.5 hours. And now here I am with you today, Monday morning, and it's like, wow. Holy smokes, man. What? My head is just spinning. Can you imagine? I mean, golly. 10 days ago, it was kind of like, all right, I know what's happening. I know what I'm doing. I know my routine. I know I'm going to feed my family. I know I'm going to take care of this new baby. It was all there, I'll give you an example of the extremes of what kind of just happened in my life. I'm going to give you an example of an extreme. On Monday morning when I went to work, I was driving a Hellcat. This morning at 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm driving back from the Louisville airport, I was driving a Nissan Juke. My mom's Nissan Juke, for that matter, because I don't have a car, man. I haven't had a car in 8 years. So there's all these things that we're having to transition through, all these things that we're going to do, right? And so all of that has kind of happened, and it's been a crazy freaking whirlwind. I mean, just a crazy whirlwind. But now the real question is, what happens now, right? What happens now? And so what I'm doing right now, and what I suggest that you guys do in life situations, when you get this, when the whirlwinds happen, and they're going to happen, what I suggest you do is you pull from your ancestors, okay? Right now, I've been pulling from my ancestors. And see, luckily, I've studied John Maxwell for a really long time, right? So I've studied John Maxwell, and John Maxwell taught me that you got to know what your 5 things are, the 5 areas of your life that you're going to pour all your time and energy into. And if you can focus on those 5 things and you can keep chopping away, right? You just keep swinging the axe, chopping away. At some point, you're going to knock that tree over. So I have the wisdom and the knowledge, right? I have the wisdom of the knowledge of knowing my 5 things. I know that my 5 things are my family. I know I'm going to chop away at my family with this axe. I know that the negative stigmas in the auto industry, I'm going to chop away at that. I'm going to keep chopping with the axe. I know that hashtag rise and grind means more to me than I ever could have possibly imagined. You guys mean more to me than I could ever possibly imagine. What's happened since January 6th in this group can only be described as godly, can only be described as divine. It is beautiful. It is beautiful, and I'm going to continue to pour into you guys on hashtag rise and grind and into this group. I know that I really love speaking. I absolutely love speaking. I love standing up on the stage and breathing into people and being able to lift and fuel and encourage. So I'm going to focus on that. And of course, I love writing, and I'm going to focus on that. So I know I'm going to focus on these 5 things, right? I know I'm going to focus on these 5 things. But what have I learned, though? Like, what have I really learned through this, and what am I pulling from my ancestors? And here's a couple things that I want to share with you, because every day on hashtag rise and grind, you're not coming on here just to watch me, right? You're coming on here because you want to look in the mirror and you want to figure out how you can better yourself. You want to take my life, my struggles, my journeys, and you want to learn from them with me. So I want to share something with you guys today. What I've learned through all of this. And I've heard my boy, it's kind of crazy, I've heard Bruce Lee talk about this before. I can hear him saying it now in my head, because I got those ancestors in there. I got that wisdom in there. But I can hear Bruce Lee saying, you got to be like water, right? You have to become like water. And let me explain that. Now, he kind of breaks it down. He talks about when water goes into a glass, it becomes the glass. When it goes into a box, it becomes the box, and things like that. And that's not exactly what I'm talking about, but you can look that video up. It's awesome. Okay, but here's what I've learned. See, I want to be more like water. I'm going to be more like water. See, water is persistent, right? You notice that? Like water is persistent. It erodes everything. At some point, overall, in time, water will erode anything. That's just what it does. It'll eat it away. It might take a year. It might take 10 years. It might take 1,000 years. It might take 10,000 years. But at some point, the water always wins. Always. Every time. It'll turn hardcore steel into brittle pieces of rust, right? Water wins all the time because of its persistency. It's persistent. And my goal, and I know your goal, is we got to win, right? We want to win. So if we want to win, we got to become more like water. We got to become more persistent. I am going to persistently seek these things. I'm going to stay disciplined. I'm going to keep my disciplines, and I'm going to stay persistent, chasing after this dream, man. I'm going to chase after it every day. Persistent. All of you guys, I'm telling you right now, everybody that sent me a message that said, what can I do for you? Or if I can do anything for you, let me know. Believe me, you're going to get a message. You're going to get a message from me. And you're probably going to get a follow-up and a follow-up after that, because I'm going to be like water. I'm going to persistently seek this. I know that God is creating good things in this, so I'm going to be persistent, and you should be more persistent. Another thing is water is adaptable. Water is absolutely adaptable. It never stops. If you've got running water, right? You've got water that's running, everything's going smooth, it's flowing, it's going right, whatever direction it's going, and you take a big old boulder and you drop it right in the middle of that water, what's the water going to do? Is it going to stop and freeze up and look at the boulder and be like, oh my gosh, there's a big boulder. What do I do? No, heck no. It's either going to go over the top, it's going to go around, or it's going to work its way through it. One or the other, right? One or the other, because there's three things there. It's going to do that, right? It's going to go over the top of the boulder. It's going to go around the boulder, or it's going to go through the boulder. It's going to find a way. It's going to use its persistence. It's going to adapt itself to the situation, and it's going to find a way to win, right? So I need to be more like water. I got to make sure that I can adapt to all of these things. There's a lot of things that are flying around, and I might need to go through them. I might need to go around them. I might need to go over the top of them. And I suggest that you too become more like water. And don't let the obstacles in life stand in the way of you achieving your greatness. Don't let the obstacles in life keep you from going where you want to go. Don't let anything in your life be an obstacle. Instead, be like water and find a way to win. Water also quenches thirst and gives life. Water quenches thirst and gives life. You see, everybody on this planet has a thirst for more, right? We all have a thirst for more. And I personally want to become a trusted source. I want to be the place that you can go to. I want you to know that you can come here if you're seeking more. You've got this thirst. You're thirsting for motivation. You're thirsting for inspiration. You're thirsting for some wisdom, for some strategies, for some knowledge. You've got that. You're just like, man, I need to give me a drink of that. I want to be that for you. I want you to know that this will be a trusted place. I want to become the source that I can breathe life into you. You see, God one day, he grabbed me and he plucked me. He plucked me out and he said, bro, I'm going to breathe life into you. I'm going to give you the gift of words. I'm going to give you the ability to read or to speak and to write. And I'm going to give you a platform for which you can do it from, because I want you to breathe life into people. I want you to pour into people, because everybody's thirsty for more, right? Everybody's thirsting for more, and you can do that in your life. Yeah, I got a platform. I got a show. It took me a long time to get to this point. I had to put in the blood, the sweat, the tears, the hours. I had to learn. I had to train. I had to study. I had to listen to my mentor. I had to put in all the hours. I had to listen to my audiobooks. I had to watch my videos over and over and over and over. I had to sit next to guys like Josh Cummins and Dusty Cummins and other leaders in the auto industry, and I had to learn and soak up as much as I could to get here. And you I'm telling you, you need to be doing that right now in your life. You have got to be soaking it all up. You've got to be taking the wisdom from your ancestors, the people before you, all the clues, everything they're dropping on you. Soak it all up. But once you soak it all up, you got to wring it out every once in a while and give that to somebody. You got to share that with somebody. You got to lift. You got to encourage. You got to quench the thirst that is in human beings all over the planet. Do you want to know why I blew up with 1,000 messages over the last couple days? Do you want to know why I got all those phone calls over the last couple days? Do you want to know why I was able to now go chase my dreams and live out and create opportunities for God? Do you want to know that how I can do that while my wife's 9 months pregnant, while I got all these mouths to feed? Do you want to know how I can do that? I can do that because I have been pouring into you. I have been pouring into people every single day, sharing my wisdom, my knowledge, my story, and I've been doing it in a positive way, in an encouraging way, in a motivational way. And because I've been doing that, I now have a tribe. I have a tribe of people who are going to help carry me to the next level. You feel me? More people need to be the example. We don't need more experts. We need more examples. Are you working on becoming the example? Are you working on being like water? Are you being persistent? Are you being adaptable? Are you quenching people's thirst and giving them what they need? Are you breathing life into people? Are you pouring yourself into people? Because when you do, I'm telling you, you can go through these whirlwinds. You can go through these whirlwinds and you can come out the other side and you go, all right, man, it's cool. The journey begins now. The journey begins now. Listen, I am surrounded by giants. I am surrounded by just incredible people, man. I've got the most incredible people in my corner, man. I got the most incredible people in my camp, the people that are in this group, the people that are a phone call away. I mean, it's incredible people. And I remember I was at a point in my life where I was homeless on the streets and I was invisible. Nobody knew my name. Nobody saw me. Nobody would talk to me. Nobody would interact with me. Not the case anymore. Not the case anymore. I got Josh Cummins on speed dial. I got Lisa Copeland, Scott Simon, Eric Thomas, Shaka Dyson, Brian Benstock, like these great people on speed dial. I got great people in the group. I got Josh O on Messenger, even though he's freaking out because I messaged him the other day and I haven't been able to message him back. Sorry about that, Josh. All's great, bro. Love you. I got Vicky Everett and Gil B. Crafts and Pam Biddles. I got people, right? I got all these people, man. I'm surrounded by the greats. And it's because I've taken the time and the energy to pour into people. And I hope that you're doing the same. I really do. Listen, a lot of you have reached out and said, what can I do for you? Here's one thing that you can do for me right now. You want to do something for me right now? I want you to go into your Facebook as soon as you get off of this. I want you to invite every single one of your friends into this group. That's one thing that you can do for me. I want you to invite every single human being you know into this group because I am on a mission, absolute mission, to make this show the #1 most watched morning show in the world. That's the mission. #1 most watched morning show in the world. And I need your help with that. I need all your friends in here. You can only invite 50 at a time. Don't try to invite them all at once. It won't work. But I need you to put every single person on your friend list in here so that I can do what I do, what God has given me this gift to do, which is be able to speak, encourage, motivate, inspire. I send them in there. I don't want you to don't go judging like, oh, no, that person ain't going to get nothing good out of Rising Ground. Not for you to judge. Bring them to me. Bring them to me, okay? I can help. Because, see, you got to understand something. Those people, all of your friends on there, they're just like you, right? See, you're this amazing human being, uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the absolute best version of you that you can possibly be. And so you're already starting to make some good decisions and some good choices, right? You're in the hashtag Rise and Grind group. You're getting all the positive comment. You're posting positive comment. You're doing a lot of those things right. And it's making an impact, you see? It's making an impact on your friends. It's making an impact on your family members. It's making an impact on me. And I, for one, I absolutely love you for it. You understand? I do. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely love you. I do. I love you. I love you. So I want you to go out there today and have an incredible day. And I need you to invite all of your friends into the group. I need you to hit that share button so we can rock and roll. I need you to go to glenlundy.com and sign up to feed a family this holiday season, because we're going to feed at least 100 families. So I need you to do that. Also, if you need some Rise and Grind gear, you can get that at glenlundy.com. And if you need more videos this weekend, because that's the only thing I got to tell you, I miss you guys on Saturdays and Sundays. On Saturdays and Sundays, I'm not here to share with you live. I'm here Monday through Friday. However, if you go to glenlundy.com, there's over 200 videos. Just like this one. There's over 200 videos that you can watch of hashtag Rise and Grind. Just go to glenlundy.com. That'll take you there. Listen, I love you guys, and I'm so glad to be back. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your day. I'm excited to bring you along with me on this journey as I learn, as I grow. I promise I will get back to you guys as far as all my messages. I'll get back to everybody no later than Monday, okay? I'm not going to promise this weekend because I'm going to spend some time with my family, which is the number one thing on my list. I got to spend some time with my family, but I will get back to everybody no later than Monday. But I love you guys. Glad to be back. I'm excited to take you on this journey with me. Thank you for giving me the power and the ability to be able to take some chances in life, and hopefully, not hopefully, but take some chances in life, but hopefully God will continue to bless those opportunities, and we'll reach this way up here thing that I don't even know what it looks like yet. But it's going to be awesome. I do know that. You guys are incredible. Have an incredible day. We'll see you Monday morning at 5:30 a.m. on hashtag Rise and Grind.